Kimmel's Irish Pub, Maze Runner, The Death Cure. So the third installment of the Maze Runner. And I'll be completely honest, I forget how Scorched Tales ended. I remember the movie, I don't remember it all. Like Maze Runner, the original, really, I enjoyed that film a lot. I was pleasantly surprised when it came out. It's kind of got that Lord of the Flies aspect to it, and along with, you know, Labyrinth and everything else. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. And then they get out, it's like great. And the second one, I don't remember as well. Like, I can remember the first one, and I watched it a lot longer than I did the second one. The second one wasn't as memorable to me. Just looked it up a little bit online to understand where we are with this one, but it seems like, you know, they're out looking for the cure of that disease that kills everybody. They're escaping from the bad people, which are a bunch of like WCDE or something like that. I don't know, something like that. I'll give you you know it. You know, and they're after them. The Teresa was good, turned bad, or was always bad, and it comes out she is bad at the end of the other one. And the one good friend of theirs, Mio or something like that, gets captured at the end of it. So I think this is one where they're going to go and rescue them, also look for the cure, and hopefully take down the ultimate bad group in this. I think that's the summary. I'm sorry if that's really dumbed down for you, but I'm excited. I'm hoping this is better, as good as the first. The second one, like I said, it was forgettable for me. So I'll get into it a little bit here. I'll read a little bit more while I watch, so I sound a little bit more educated about this movie, because I'm sure there's some diehard fans out there, and I'm just butchering this for you. So let me get into it and get a little bit better at this, and I'll see you at the first check-in. There might be a couple, because this is a longer movie than usual, but stay tuned. Hopefully you stayed with me this long. Alright, see you in a bit. Hey everybody, I want to do a quick check-in here, give you a quick update. Maze Runner, The Death Cure. We're at the 1 hour, 1 minute, and 16 second mark. I just happened to look, it really went by quickly. So the movie's 2 hours and 22 minutes, so we're not even halfway there yet, but I didn't realize a whole hour went by. So that's got to tell you something. I'm entertained. I like this story so far. There's not much more to really break down for you, though. But I thought it would be a good time just to check in. So as I mentioned, Thomas and his gang are trying to rescue Mio, and he's in a city. So it's called the Last City, and it's barricaded by walls and things like that. So they're trying to get him out of there. Meanwhile, Teresa, who was the girl who was good and turned bad, whatever, she's working for it, and they call him Wicked. There's no I, but that's how they're wicked. That's the conglomerate who has held them prisoner and does all this stuff. But anyway, they are trying to find a cure for that disease that kills everybody, or turns them into cranks, I think. So it's like zombies, or at least kills them, whatever. And so the reason they are kidnapping these people like Mio is because he's immune to the disease. So they're trying to take his blood and find a cure, which kind of seems like a good idea. I guess they're just going about it all wrong, because that's what they're trying to do. So that's what they're trying to do. Meanwhile, Thomas and everybody are trying to find a way in so that they can get Mio out. So that's where we are. A lot of action to make this happen. They, you know, trying to get into the city. They meet another group. There's a surprise appearance, at least from my point. And you know, it's action-packed and a lot of fun. So that's all I'm going to go for now, but I'll check in maybe one more time before the credits and let you know how it's going. But so far, so good. Like I said, time flies when you're having a good time. Alright, see you in a bit. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of The Maze Runner, The Death Cure. And I wanted to share with you the numbers real quick, because I forgot to do that in the beginning. But IMDb had it at a 6.7. Rotten Tomatoes, 42% of the critics liked it, 66% of the audience. And I would like to respectfully disagree with all of them. For me, I'm throwing it at 8, an 8 out there. I really enjoyed it. It kept me interested the entire time. Perfect amount of action, along with, you know, the drama that goes involved. I was really fearful coming into this that I had to be, you know, well involved with the storyline to understand the third one. As I mentioned, I don't remember the whole thing of scorched tails. But you don't need to. As long as you know what happened at the end, it's pretty easy to follow, because the characters stay fluid throughout all three of them. They do pick up a few in the second installment of this, and they are prevalent to the story here, but I do remember them being allies, and I knew who they were. I just don't remember everything that happened, and you don't need to. The plot is easy to follow, but it stays in line with what they were doing with this trilogy, so that made it a lot more fun. I hate when they really make the plot so complex to follow. Like for me, Hunger Games, the first one was awesome. The next two, it gets just so crazy and stuff like that. Like, it was hard to follow at times, and but I like this better. Same kind of thing with Divergent. The Divergent series, normally the first one's good and then it trails off. Honestly, the third one is definitely better than the second one. Will it be as good as the first? No. But I did enjoy it a lot. That it could have been. I think they could have just made this a sequel and ended it this way. But they have to make all that money, and you never know. They might come back with a fourth. Who knows? But I truly enjoyed it. As I said, the action was great. Dylan O'Brien, I like him. And it's not all rainbows and sunshine at the end of this. No spoilers, but you don't know what happens. But check it out. If you saw the first one, definitely check out this one. Again, you don't necessarily have to watch the second one. Maybe read, but I would encourage you to. It makes it easier, but you don't have to be an expert on the plot line to enjoy it. At least I was, and I enjoyed this a lot. So an 8 for Kimmel's Irish Pub. I want to try and keep this a little bit shorter so you watch all of it, and that's it. Let me know if you saw this one. If you did, love to hear your comments. I always love your feedback, so thanks for tuning in, Kimmel's Irish Pub.